Check, check, check. Check, check, check.
Yo, yo.
Hey, we live. Live on a Wednesday. How you doing, brother?
Chilling, man. Chilling. How about you?
Doing good, man. Super busy week, but better busy than bored. You know what I mean?
Good way to look at it.
So, let me share this is doing what's supposed to do over here. Yeah, man. But other than that, though, man, pretty good week, man. Shouts out to sis, man. Had the wedding anniversary today, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Big teens, man. Everybody happy, man. It's good to see. Good to see.
Yeah. It feels like we was just out there. You know what I'm saying? Had rented the crib where everybody was in for the wedding and all that. So
Thanks. Oh,
that's dope, man.
that was a big moment. I think that house. I've been having dreams about that crib. Like, yeah, this is the one. Any crib with like two sinks and two ovens in it in the same kitchen. That's what you need, man. That's what you need.
That's a fact. That's a whole fact, man.
Jesus.
Let me just share this with a couple people. See who's on right now that could join the conversation. Do, do, do. Hopefully, we catch some people coming back from vacation.
Yeah, you know how it is. That first week. I mean, that last week, July, first week, August is always rough, man. Everybody, it's the heart of the summer.
Big facts, big facts. See, only Mrs. Lee on early, as always. Appreciate you. Gonna give it a minute, let people join. Shout out to Tanya joining early. Appreciate you. Yeah, it looks like we're buffering on IG. All right, now it looks good, at least for the meantime.
He's stuck on IG on my side. Trying to keep up, but it ain't.
What's going on with the technology?
Should we get our own platform, man? Shit, we got to deal with.
You know what? I'm gonna put the
YouTube is still clicking on. Always account on YouTube.
so let me put the YouTube link on here. In case IG is buffering. Use this.
What's going on out there? Mrs. Lee said the buffering could be due to the weather. That ain't good.
Oh, it's been ugly, bro. The rain ain't no joke.
Yeah, it has rain been a little annoying, and it feels like I'm always getting caught in it. Like it's stopping and going, but every time I'm out, I get caught in it. I'm like, that's weird. Yeah. Me and the missus got caught up in the rain over the weekend trying to just find something for the kitchen. And out of like 6 stores, soaking. It was the hardest rain ever. We waited in one store for like 5 minutes. Said, nah, see if it calmed down. We just standing at the door looking out like, this shit ain't calming down. We gotta run, babe. She's like, we're gonna have to melt out here. Yeah. Oh shit.
All right, let's see what's happening. Yeah, still saying we're having trouble. If you're on IG or you're on any other platform and it's buffering, best to go to the YouTube link. I think it should be. I'm posting it to all the other joints. Let me see. See how X looks. All right, X looks fine. It could just be a problem with IG, to be honest with you.
Possible.
Yeah, Facebook is good. Yeah. It might just be IG on some bullshit tonight.
You're doing that. You know what I mean? They get you once a month.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They get us. They be getting us.
All right. Let me just... So good. We know how to move on the fly over here.
She's telling you right on it. She blaming retrograde. I feel her.
All right. Just put this on the main page. Add the linky link. Oh, all right. I'm hearing IG is looking good now. Oh, I don't see it.
Okay. Hey, Shay.
My personal assistant over here is trying to help me with our technical difficulties.
I mean, FCP crew at work. FCP crew hard at work. You know what I mean? We appreciate it.
Yes. Our production assistant is doing her best job to get us up and running right now.
She said it's problem with the cloud. I didn't know which cloud she meant, but now I get it.
All right. Hey, listen, yeah. So if you're watching us on the IG or on any other platform, we appreciate you. If you're on IG, we appreciate you. Facebook, Twitch, X, all that good stuff, man. Appreciate y'all being here today for our Wednesday night live, man. How you feeling, brother? What's going on with you?
Feeling good, man. Busy week. A lot of work, a lot of life, a lot of more life, a lot of parenting. You know what I'm saying? But outside of that, all in all, content. You know what I mean? All in all, can't complain. Busy, productive. Looking forward to the rest of the month, though. School's already, all three of them getting dropped off. You know how that go now. It's time. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, other than that, week was solid, man. This week was solid. How about you, brother?
Oh man, it's that interesting week where I think a lot of people are trying to get things done before they go on vacation or they're coming back from vacation right now. It's also everybody's getting ready for budget season, so everything's about numbers. It's about money. It's about making plans for the next fiscal year. So just getting ready for that.
Yeah, man. 2 quarters down, third quarter. You know, coming in swinging. You know the vibes.
That's a fact. Oh man. But yeah, to keep things in motion, man. You know what I'm saying? Once again, we appreciate those who are able to join us right now. I can't even get my IG to run right. So if you're on IG and you type into us, you know, Kenny's gonna have to look out for the chat. So yeah, man. First things first. You know, we like to start off with a couple of acknowledgments before we get into the show. I think the first thing I want to say is happy belated birthday to my homegirl Michelle. The lit party vibes was on point this weekend. Shout out to Denise for making all the plans and making us go right. So it's really just about vibing at this point. Once again, if you're on IG and you can't hear us or you don't see anything, please go over to YouTube, man. It's just better over here. IG ain't feeling us tonight. But yeah, man, for Michelle's birthday, we ended up going to a place called Bosque or whatever way it's supposed to be pronounced. It's in Astoria, Queens, man. It was good music, good vibes, man. But, you know, it was a Sunday. And you know me, brother, like after about, I want to say maybe mid-30s, Sundays became very questionable for me. Very, very questionable, man. It had to be something really important for me to get out the crib. And this was definitely one of those events. And you know how it is, man. Like once you out, you're like, yeah, I'm gonna have one. You know, maybe I have 2 drinks, you know, just so I don't look like the party pooper. Bro, I was lit, bro. I was
getting lit with the sun still out is always a cool vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's always a cool vibe.
Dude, and I don't know where you were Sunday, but man, that overcast came and you just knew it was about to pour. You know what I mean? It looked bad. So it's crazy when you in a place partying and you see outside look so ugly. You're like, this don't even seem real. Like outside look like a whole bad situation, but in here it's a whole good situation.
Super good. And I'm gonna ride this good one out for a little bit, see where it go. You know what I'm saying? Gotta just ride it out. That's what's up, man. Shouts to Michelle. Always. I'm sorry. Was this another Denise hosted event? You were saying?
Coordinated event. Yes.
Interesting. Coordinated. All right. I was like, seeing my number keeps getting left off these lists, but it's all right. Okay. I'm gonna see her one time for that watermelon salad one day. We're gonna see.
Oh man, and then again, man, Saturday was the second time in my 40 years of being alive that my block had a block party. And it was funny. Last year when they had it, literally the wife and I woke up and we were like, what the hell is going on outside? Like there was like somebody talking on a loudspeaker. And where I live at is not uncommon for somebody to be talking on a loudspeaker. It could be for church, could be for God, they could be promoting something. But this seemed like, you know, the same thing over and over. I'm like, let me look outside. And I see no cars on the block. I see a whole situation. So me and my wife, we like, oh shit. But we already had plans. So we came outside all, you know, dripped out, smelling good. Everybody's like, oh shit, they about to join the block party. We're like, nah, fam, we going over.
Excuse me. Stepping up with babies and shit. Excuse me.
Yeah, man. I was like, we leaving the borough, baby. I was like, really? You're not gonna stay? I was like, I didn't even know this was happening. So I don't know what to tell you, bro. I'm out of here. So, you know, unfortunately, we couldn't stay last year. But this year, man, we definitely participated in it. And you know, I love my wife, man. She is such a trooper, man. She's such a good spirit. You know, she did a bunch of desserts and everything, and you know, I mean, she's a businesswoman. So you're thinking, you know what I mean? Yeah, man, I'm gonna do my thing, you know what I'm saying? Sell some desserts, all that good stuff. Yo, we probably about like 5-10 minutes in, and they come tap on the shoulder, like, yeah, one of the stipulations for the block party is you can't sell nothing. Bro.
40-piece cupcake. What I'm gonna do with all this?
Bro. You know a table would have flipped out that motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like somebody would have had to come and stop me from selling, bro. But she's a soldier, you know what I mean? She took it on the chin. She just used it to like connect with people and you know, hopefully she gets some orders out of it. But yeah, man, apparently you can't sell shit at block parties. I had no idea.
I'm trying to think, like most of them are usually like funded by some sort of source, and it's usually like, you know, don't bring money kind of thing, especially for the kids, you know, and to kind of attract more families. Free events always bring more eyes, you know what I mean? So they probably just kind of keep that off the billboard. But I get it. I'm trying to think if I ever paid for anything at a block party in my life. I don't remember doing so.
I never did, but I respected the hustle because I was like, shit, you do it for Labor Day. Why wouldn't you do it for a block party? I mean, it makes sense. But yeah, man, it didn't work out. But either way, it was a good time. It was hot as fuck though. It was a good chance to connect with neighbors. You know, there's a lot of people that usually live on the block. But I really didn't stay outside that long because it was hot as fuck. And Olympics and UFC was on at the same time. So
can't be that.
Yeah, I made my way upstairs more than enough times until the last trip back up when I didn't come back down. But yeah, man, that was my weekend, man. Good time.
Hit him with the yeah, I'm just running to the bathroom. lock the door behind you like
that's it. That was it.
It's been fun. Now some block parties are dope, like just to get outside and everybody come outside at the same exact time. Sometimes you end up be like, yeah, you live on this block? Yeah. How long? Like 13 years? You've lived on this block for 13. You know what I mean? I've never seen it.
Yeah, man.
That shit is always dope, man. Gotta mix with the locals.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah,
but listen, I know. Hey, like you said, I know on Sunday sometimes you like to get your, you know, might get a little drink on. Not a big one, you know what I'm saying. But if the mood is right, you know what I mean, you might get a little tight. You know what I mean. But have you ever seen one of the little Bartesian machines?
No.
There's this thing called a Bartesian, right? Where very similar to your coffee K-cup situation. You put your little pod in, select the kind of alcoholic beverage you may want, add some ice to your cup, put it under there, comes on out. Bruh. Let me tell you something. I went to Big Bro's house, him and the missus real quick on a kid drop off pickup. They're like, I'm like, what's that over there? They go, oh, this over here? I was like, yeah. They're like, oh, it's just a new member of the family, you know what I'm saying? So they walked me over, they showed me it. I was like, ooh, what's it do? It's like, well, what kind of drink you want? I had like a whiskey sour option. I said, I didn't go to whiskey sour. Jen got the martini. We was like, all right, a little skeptical. Like, so now what do? You know what I mean? They threw the little K cup in. Now you had your bottles to the back for your gin, your vodka ready, pre-ready to go. Boop, boop, boop. You're like, would you like it strong or regular? I looked around, I said, strong, baby. Right. I'm here for a good time, not a long time, So they threw it in about 45 seconds. Yo, one of the best machine-made drinks I've had in my life.
Wow.
Yo, man, that's gonna be on one of my. It's gotta be on a Christmas. It's not this Christmas, probably next Christmas, but. It's a little dangerous to have a K-cup bartender in the crib, man. But shouts to that, man. That was super dope.
Okay, that's very creative. I like it.
Yeah, man. Right. Dangerous, but I got to purchase it one day. Some quick local kind of nostalgia news for anybody that has ever listened to Reasonable Doubt. One of the greatest rap albums of all time. Not the greatest, but it's up there. A lot of people's top 10 at a minimum. But that album was distributed by Rockefeller Records. You might have heard of them before. Jay, Dame, Biggs, came and went. Everybody went their way. Everybody, got all the growth and all. Pause. But the U.S. Marshals have let Dame Dash know that he needs to auction his stake in Rockefeller by the end of this month. And they're going to force him to do that. He has a 33% share in that. So, come the end of the month, they're going to throw it up on the old chopping block and see who wants it for the highest bidder. It sounds like the opening bid's going to be about 1.2 million. That's only the opening bid. So I can't even imagine how high it's going to go. This is Rockefeller Records. It's the piece of history. And who knows how much it's going to be, down the line. That's just whoever gets to get it. I'm pretty sure Jay going to have a guy there in the back that's like,
oh, yeah.
2 million, easy money. He gonna be in the back trying to get that back for him. But what do you think about that? I know Dame ain't broke, but I'm curious to know how the U.S. Marshal could just kind of force you into auction like that if you got a couple assets on your belt.
When Uncle Sam won his money, he gets his money, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you got to be somebody very special, very unique, or very wealthy to get around Uncle Sam getting his pound of flesh. So I'm not surprised by a U.S. Marshal, approach like this. Hey man, we're seeing a lot of our icons go through some things these last couple of years, man, and it's interesting, man. But I'm pretty sure he'll land on his feet.
Yeah, they're gonna be all right. I just want to know who's gonna get the Reasonable Doubt copyrights. You know what I'm saying? I'm curious.
Very true. Very true. I mean, a lot of these artists been selling the rights to their music for a while now. So yeah, it will be interesting.
Thanks.
All right, man. So I just found out, man, did not know this. August is actually Black Business Month. I had no idea about this. So yeah, man, if you got a popular Black business that you want to go support it.
Listen, man, I gotta start getting like the Carfax on a few of these holidays. Hey, I love this one. Don't get me wrong, but when it's the first time you hear it, it's like, yeah, did I miss all of them beforehand? Like, you know what I mean? Like, damn, I did not get that email, and I check my email a lot. Like, you know what I mean? I did not get that email. All right, but Black Business Month, I'm down.
Definitely. It looks like IG is back up on my end. See SKL, Jeff, Tanya in the building. What's going on? So we good. All right. So listen, I brought this next one here, man, because I know you're an architectural aficionado. That's your industry. And it looks like a very notable real estate developer is actually suing the city over delays of a long-planned life science tower in Kips Bay. So it turns out New York City's long-delayed plans to build a flood wall on the East River waterfront have derailed a new life sciences development in Kips Bay, with the builder, which is national developer Alexandria Real Estate, racking up tens of millions in costs as it waits for this new flood wall to be built by the city. It turns out that they got approval to do these life science towers from Bloomberg way back. And now here they are still waiting all of this time just to get this done, man. As working in the architectural field, what kind of costs would a company incur just waiting for something like this?
All depends on the real estate you own. Vacant land along East River is going to be always expensive, and it's waterfront. So I'm pretty sure that in the very, I would say hundreds of thousands probably in just rent roll, just trying to keep that space going if you're going to be building something to that capacity. But on the developer side of things, I'm not sure you're familiar with. You remember the rumors maybe about 7-8 years ago now over by the Staten Island side of the ferry that goes back and forth. There's supposed to be like along with the mall that's here, the Empire Outlets, there was supposed to be also like a Ferris wheel and a few other attractions that were supposed to be built into it. Well, the GC that gave the bid, they looked around and said, oh, his bid's good. Gave him the money for said bid. He outsourced some material that just wasn't, for U.S. rights, you know what I'm saying? But hey, it was the material it's the material you call for. It's just, it's not stamped by us, but I found a cheaper version of what you needed. You know what I'm saying? Long story short, the material finally gets there and it's just not up to code. You know what I'm saying? But he's like, I spent all the money on that, man. I ain't got it. And there's no return policy on this. The number don't work, none of that. You know what I'm saying? So as you can see, the Ferris wheel never came. But it'd be like that. You know what I'm saying? Where, GCs try to cut costs here and there, rob Peter, pay Paul. A lot of them have multiple sites going at once. Everybody still got to get paid, you know what I'm saying? But it's a sad part of the game sometimes. Sad part of the game, man. It happens often.
Damn, man. Yeah, so it looks like there was an agreement in 2019 that authorized Alexandria to develop the third tower, the Economic Development Corps, and H&H have stalled its plans by dragging their feet on a new flood wall that was to be integrated into the development. This is alleged by their lawsuit.
See, that sounds like a change order where, sometimes we all agree on something and there's a number at the end of that to go, cool. You know what I mean? After all that money and, stuff is kind of allocated, go, oh, yeah, by the way, can we add a boom, boom, boom to the boom, boom, boom? And everybody's looking around like, hey, you paying for this? You pay? Right. Like, you know what I mean? Everybody start pointing fingers. Like, no, we'll pay for it. Just put on the back end. And said, we need that now if you want that now. You know what I mean? So that's how it be, man. It's tough. It's tough playing the game.
Yeah, it's funny that you said that because I'm reading in here. It says that as part of the agreement, the city fraudulently induced the developer to agree to integrate the flood wall into its plan for the North Tower, stating that the costs would be covered by the Federal Emergency Management Agency and the project would not delay its new building. But it turns out that's not true because here they are still waiting. So Alexandria, through their lawsuit, is stating that they were misled by how long this project would take for this flood wall and how delays on plans to build a North Tower have surpassed 50 million.
Eesh. That's rough, man. It's rough. It'd be like that though, in a sad, sad way. And as soon as they heard FEMA was behind the building, like, you know how long it took to get water in New Orleans in the crisis? I don't think I'm waiting on that check, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he said those are necessities, and it took them some time. Like, this is an option. I don't see that coming anytime soon. But
that's true.
Yeah, man. Hopefully, the developers get their money. I'm pretty sure. I know their stocks probably dropped a little bit this week. But hey, man, everybody's dead. hope it works out for them.
Oh, man. But listen, moving on, August 5th, y'all. August 5th was the 1-year anniversary of the Montgomery Brawl, a.k.a. Fade in the Water. That's when we saw the Black Aquaman take off to go help out Iron Man that was swinging the chairs. Like
white chair went down in history, bro.
We thought Bobby Shmurda was the only dude that threw his hat up in the air. Nah, man, it's the security guard when it was time to shoot the fair one, threw his hat up in the air and went to business, man. And listen, man, a year in the making. There's been all kinds of memes, all kinds of artwork. It is never a proud moment when violence is at the heart of it. But this was one of those moments where you kind of smirked at it, like,
yeah. They had that coming. They had that coming. And I'm just happy we had backup. I'm happy we had backup. Yeah. I'm rooting for everybody black on that one. Everybody black on that one. But this week, as you know, there's a lot of presidential talk. We'll get into that a bit. But one of the main things this week was Donald Trump trying to connect with the youth, so to speak. Did you see his latest stunt this week?
Oh yeah, man. I mean, he was on a podcast or like an interview with Aiden Ross. Not quite sure what the setup was. But the interesting thing about it was there was all kinds of, I want to say, edited videos that had Trump walking out to many men at a rally. And it looks like finally he actually did really walk out to many men. It's like we talked about last week, brother. This is looking a lot more like head of state as each month passes. But yeah, man, it's interesting.
I believe Aiden Ross, he's back with Kick. I know he retired for a little bit, which is like 45 days. But he came back with Kick. He came back to Kick in a big way. And now he brought the whole streaming setup to the Mar-a-Lago spot for Trump out in Florida. So it was weird. Like, you know what I'm saying? Seeing the old and the new kind of on the same platform. Trump brings that energy. So he kind of reciprocated that energy because he just happened to be in his presence. Almost like a kid that didn't know any better. But he's like, hey, I'm here for the moment. So here we are. And Trump just ate it all up. That's his job. He loves the publicity, he loves the lights. But he gave him a gift at the very end of this interview. The Tesla truck. Have you seen it in person yet?
Yes, I did.
What do you think about the Tesla truck? Right?
Very intimidating.
It makes you step back on the sidewalk if you're about to jaywalk. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, nah, I'll let that shit go. But Aiden Ross wrapped a Tesla truck in the now legendary, unfortunately, a Donald Trump pic where he got shot at, so to say. He wrapped the whole truck in it, and it looked kind of crazy on a wrap. But then they got in the car, they listened to some music and shit. I'm like, yes, you running for president? Or like, he got an album dropping? Like, it just felt weird. Like, you know what I mean? But if he's, Aiden was saying, which kind of rubbed me the wrong way, but he's like, a lot of his viewers are like first-time voters this time around, and they really don't know what to do. So they're going with what's cool, unfortunately. You know what I mean? And if he's with Aiden Ross and he's like the number one streamer in the world, so to speak, he must be the one to be with. You know what I mean? And yeah, it's giving them the medicine to that kind of candy is bad. You know what I mean? So, but we shall see though. We see how it's gonna work out.
Yeah, I heard they even talked about like Thug. I'm pretty sure Trump knows who Thug is, but it was interesting for him to be talking about his case. I mean, we had speculation that he had something to do with getting Chef G and Sleepy Hollow out of jail. So here we are, man. If he pulls that, I wouldn't be surprised to see slime at the inauguration, man. I mean, he's showing us there are no rules when it comes to what he wants to do. And man, this is going to be a very interesting race, man. Very interesting race.
It already is. And and it's funny, the internet started to chit chat about how's Kamala gonna respond to this? You know what I mean? What's she gonna do? So naturally everybody kind of gravitated towards Ka Sanat, the number one streamer on the other side of town as far as AMP is concerned. But Ka shot all that down in me. He's like, yo, I'm not here for the politics, man. I'm here to have fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, make this money and play these video games. You know what I'm saying? So I'm happy he kind of took a step back out of that. He said, yo, y'all do what y'all want to do over there. I'm having fun over here, but leave me out of it. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, man. They got that real bag, man. They got that real bag. So it's not like he probably needs it. I think he's got a good influx coming in, but the government got a different type of bag, yo. So it'll be interesting if they make the offer, if he'll turn away from it.
I just hope it ain't one of those offers he can't refuse kind of situations. It's like, what do you mean I better be there at 8 o'clock? It's like, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't sign up for this, you know? But I don't know. If they do somehow end up at the same seat to have any sort of conversation, it'll be interesting to watch.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Just telling people on IG if the video doesn't work to go over to YouTube.
Drop the link in one more time. Politics, man. 2024 politics.
Yeah, man. Just waiting to see what's going to happen with this debate. Just, staying on it just for a little bit longer. I think the biggest thing right now is the issue between whether they're going to do it on ABC or NBC. Both candidates have their reasons for wanting to be on the other. But at this point, man, it's got to go down. I know there's some questions around who's going to moderate the joint. Trump has his favorites. So we'll see where it lands. I think the people want to see how he fares against Kamala, who's going to definitely be a lot more sharper, alert, and pretty much ready to rock and roll. So yeah, just waiting on that news for when that's going to go down.
And she answers your questions, which is what you want from these debates. He's not going to, work around, bring up other things. We're here for intelligent answers from a presidential hopeful. Please answer them directly. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep this going as smooth as possible. But what did you think about her choice for running mate?
I mean, I'm not a big politician buff. You know what I mean? But she did go with Tim Walz. He's a governor out of Minnesota. It's going to be interesting. I mean, they're saying it was not a shock because he was one of the other considerations when Biden first dropped out of the race. So, he's a former congressman, and in his second term as governor of Minnesota, the state's Democrats have reliably won in presidential elections for decades, but that the Trump campaign has aimed at flipping this cycle. So we'll see what happens. There was some interesting stuff that I read that he's done with healthcare over in Minnesota, really just making sure providing healthcare for those who are uninsured and bringing that percent down with his time out there. So that's a really good thing, because everything about that Project 2025 says a lot of the really good incentives for healthcare are going to be kaput. So from what I'm hearing, it looks like she picked a good one.
Gotta wait and see. It's very similar to you. I don't follow politics to the T like that. I'm very like MLB postseason, only if the Yankees are in kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really watch the whole. I mean, at the very end, see what happens.
Gotcha. All right, man. Getting off of politics.
Go ahead. Yeah, I know about to say, I know we're wrapping up the politics, but we got a couple cool things for the sports corner to get into, but I do have a couple questions for you that I came across this week. Are you ready, sir?
Yes, sir.
If you're in an interview, right, with the same sex, guy to guy, of course, but they began to throw interested hits at you throughout this interview process. Are you temporarily entertaining these fake hints while shooting your shot for this potential job? Or are you shutting all hidden agendas down at the door immediately?
Oh, so you mean interested hints like this man is interested in me? Interested. Oh yeah, I'm sure. I'm living with that. Like,
fuck this job.
You know what I mean? Like I'm ducking all of them joints. I need this job. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? As long as you ain't doing nothing ridiculously crazy or saying nothing ridiculously crazy, I'm just gonna ignore all that stuff. You know what I mean? Like I want the gig. But I am in the back of my mind thinking, all right, do I want to work for somebody who does this all the time? Probably not. So it's something to think about. But a good mentor of mine's always told me, you turn down the job you get.
Say that again.
A good mentor of mine told me, you only turn down the job you get. Right? If I didn't get the job yet, what's the point of me thinking, oh, I don't want this job? I'd rather get it, know I got a handle on it, and then think about what I'm going to do, than just take myself out the running. And honestly, I could have made something else out of it.
Okay. All right. I was like, how you gonna do both, brother? But all right, cool. Okay. I was thinking about this for myself. Like, I think I would be like if I was interested enough to the point that I'm putting in updating my resume, filling out the app, submitting, getting the call, sending an interview. I'm getting the suit out the cleaners, showing up. I might be so blinded by these innuendos that I might just roll with it. Just like, yeah. I like going out on Fridays. Why do you ask? You know what I'm saying? Just having this cavalier conversation, not really picking up that it might be something. You know what I mean? So I'm hoping I'm able to recognize it in the event I am trying to get a new job one day. Another question for you. You gonna say something?
Oh no! I finally saw John was typing on YouTube. I was just gonna say, "What's good, John?"
Okay. The freeway. Oh no, Tanya. I'm sorry. I was reading what Tanya said real quick. He named the freeway after Prince.
Oh, I think she's talking about Tim Walsh.
Copy. Okay. I was like, Prince. I'm like the Prince, but all right. Next question for you. When we're married, it's not really offend us really, but in the event is bringing a new situation to your family, right? If your family or a child doesn't like your partner, do you end that relationship immediately, or do you try to make that work to some extent?
If your family doesn't like your partner, I mean, I only see family on the weekend. I mean, like, let's be real about it. Like, it depends, man. It depends, because I don't think I'd like somebody that my family don't like. I always try to be mindful of symmetry. I won't let that totally disconnect me from connecting with someone if I feel that bond is there. But I really can't see me being with someone who y'all wouldn't like. But if the odd situation happened, man, and we're talking like either like Sanaa Lathan, Chloe Bailey-esque, man, I see y'all at Thanksgiving, I guess. You know what I mean? Like
he's at the pros and the cons on this. Just love y'all, and y'all know I've always loved y'all, but the way my love is structured now.
like if she checking all the boxes, like y'all ain't gotta talk. Like she could just sit real pretty at the end of the table, on her phone, and we could just chop it up. You know what I'm saying? And then that'd be that.
Like I was thinking that in my head. I'm like, hey, if this, I just met her a week ago, whatever. It's not that serious. Like I can move on. But if I met her, 2 days ago, her name Hallie and last name Barry. I was like, yo. Oh man, I hate to blow the deuces to the fam, but damn, she said the jet was ready and I had to go. So I was like, I had to go. Oh man, but she dumped me though. I'm gonna be at Christmas looking at them like, yeah, y'all was right.
Yeah, definitely. All kinds of apologies. Real talk. Oh man. Before we switch over to the FCP Sports Corner, man, I had a really, really cheap joke for you, man. I know last week we was talking about, the possibilities of getting older into our 70s and stuff like that. And I was like, you know what, brother? If I am fortunately blessed to make it to the age of 68, I just want to skip ahead to 70, man.
You don't want that number? You don't want that God number on you?
Because listen, man, 69 has never favored a man.
No, it's not. It's more work than it is. It's more work than pleasure, but people don't talk about that a lot. But whatever.
Nah, they don't talk about how we suffer in silence in the 69. Every man suffers in silence in the 69. Either you're damn near being stifled to death, or she forgets about this is a team sport. You know what I mean? Like, So
it's like
that's my cheat joke.
Hey, man. Hey. Welcome to the FCP. Like, if this is your first time, hopefully it's not your last time. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it's a lose-lose relationship. You know what I'm saying? If somebody's winning, most likely somebody else is losing. Both to be winning simultaneously, just rare. You know?
Yeah, man.
Oh man.
All right, y'all. At this moment, we are switching over to FCP Sports Corner, man. Kenny, take us away on the NFL.
Listen, man. As you know, Big Brother's always watching. You know what I'm saying? They got your IDs, they got your credit cards, they got your GPS on your phones. They got it all, man. These cameras everywhere, catching your cars, your red lights. You're going 5 miles over the speed limit. They're there watching you. But now with the NFL, this upcoming season, if you are to attend a NFL game within an NFL stadium, you will be walking into a pretty sophisticated face recognition program that they have installed at all stadiums coming up for the season. It will, identify you if they need to do a little bit more research. It'll be more about a snap of a finger versus, trying to find out what section that person was in, what seat they have, who bought the ticket, was it really that, what I mean? It's going to be a lot easier for them to track who you are. Now, when you first heard about this, were you bothered by it, or was you just more welcoming to that news?
Man, Big Brother's always doing something to get ready for the next step. And right now, I feel like we're a case study for something that the NFL is planning or something that the government's planning, and they're using NFL games to do it. My biggest problem here, right? Currently, I am pending an application to get global entry, and that shit is taking forever. But you mean to tell me now, if I go to a Giants game, you are going to be able to scan my face and get all the information you need to see that I'm a good person? But you mean to tell me when I come back into the damn country, I have to pay to maintain something so that I can get back in and not be on that long ass line with everybody else that's all vacationed out and just want to get home because of you needing me to go through this interview process? It's insane how backwards we do things in this country just so they can get money out of us. It's nuts.
And they're gonna find a way to find you whether you're there or not. So, they're gonna get their money. When I first heard the news, I was like, listen, as a civilian, a tax paying, hopefully no warrants out, civilian guy. This is a good thing as far as safety concerns. You know what I'm saying? If there's somebody that shouldn't be there, great. We can identify them, get them out quickly. Then I thought on the other side of it, like if I was like criminals or someone who just green card might have expired like 2 weeks ago and they didn't, waiting on some paperwork. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I got to take us to a Giant game. Want to go? Yeah, I love the Giants. I'm not, I wasn't born here, but I'm a Giant fan, I just don't want you getting hemmed up in the second quarter like, yo, we got him. We got him. We got him. What do you mean?
Can you imagine?
Oh, man, the backlash is going to be terrible.
4th and 1, man, for the game. Timeout. We gotta get rid of this guy over section 200. Like, come on, man.
I got my password to the card. Yeah, sure it is. You know what I mean? It'd be terrible. It's definitely two sides of that coin, man. But we'll see how it goes, man. I haven't been to a Giant or Jet game in a little bit, but I don't know if I'm in a rush now.
Yeah, no, definitely not. Definitely not.
Some more NFL news, as you heard here as well a few weeks ago. Jacoby Jones, the NFL standout who passed away a few weeks ago at the age of 40. It was a bit of a sudden death. We wasn't sure of the reasons why at the time, but it turns out he ended up passing away due to a cardiovascular disease. Very unfortunate, especially at 40. But that was all I was able to get from that. I believe it was on CNN. I saw it earlier. So once again, condolences to the family. But for those that was curious, that was why.
Damn. Rest in peace, brother. Rest in peace. So the Olympics has been a blessing to me. And everybody I've had a chance to talk to about this, I've said the same thing. There's nothing like waking up 5 a.m. and basketball being on. I could do that for the rest of my life. I could watch sprinting, swimming, volleyball, and all kinds of other sports all at the same time, first thing in the morning for the entire day. This is wonderful. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But just to give some honorable mentions for our U.S. participants, Noah Lyles, man, he won the gold in the men's 100-meter sprint, first American sprinter to win a gold medal in the men's 100 meters since 2004. It was literally a photo finish. Did you happen to see it?
Won by a chest hair. But hey, man, his torso crossed first. I'm not gonna lie. When I seen the photo, I said, "Hey, look at that foot." But I had to sit back, get the rules read out to me. I said, torso are better. Didn't know that. Now I know.
Yeah,
I'm saying, but
man.
yeah, he won that one with his chest for sure.
Yeah, definitely, man. Shout out to Shane Thompson and Fred Gurley. I mean, they was right there with him in it. I remember Fred Gurley from the documentary on Netflix Sprint, and he definitely was looking forward to coming back and doing better. So bronze ain't bad, man. You know what I'm saying? Still a medal. Still going home with some
Still a
jewelry.
medal. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
I mean, better than nothing. You don't want fourth place gets nothing. You know what I'm saying? So be happy, be proud. If you do recall, Noah Lyles kind of made a splash this time last year, around the time when there was the NBA championship. They called them world champions. You had a big kind of soundbite of world champions of what? You know what I mean? As far as just being the United States champions. So it's funny at his 100-meter race this past the other day, the entire USA basketball team was like front row. You know what I'm saying? Just, hey, USA supporting USA, right? You know what I'm saying? But I got a feeling though, shit went a little, like if he didn't have his chest out, like I think they was ready to talk some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, absolutely.
But hey, all in all, hey, US is there for the US. It's all a love relationship now. You know what I'm saying? So they just got to go do their part because he will be in the front row when it's daytime. I can believe that.
You know it. And we talked about that too. We was like, if he slip up, it's gonna be a problem because they're gonna remember that and be like, "Oh, what happened, homie? You ain't the world champ." Yeah, man. But yeah, on to the women, man. Gabrielle Thomas, she was able to win the gold in the women's 200-meter sprint. Homegirl is also a Harvard graduate as well, a phenomenal athlete. If you remember, I think during our live show last week, Sharika Jackson had actually dropped out of the 200 meter. She was actually the 200 meter queen, I believe, in the World Nationals. So it'd be interesting now. I mean, got to wait 4 more years, right? So in 2028, it'll be interesting to see if Sharika comes back to try and claim her title back. But for now, Gabby Thomas is holding on to it. Shout out to you.
Shouts.
Then going over to Sha'Carri Richardson, learning to pronounce these names correctly. Sha'Carri Richardson brought home the silver in the women's 100 meter. And listen, I think Ramel posted it best. Since when is silver a bad thing? Like,
never. Second in the world, you gotta understand that. Like the world's a big number. You know what I'm saying? Second is damn good. So please, there's no falling short on this one.
Absolutely, man. But yo, shout out to Julian Alfred of St. Lucia winning the gold, man. She was definitely a tough out, and she brought it in both her was her semifinal heats, and then of course in the final. And then shout out to Melissa Jefferson bringing home the bronze for USA. So really, really cool, man.
And one other weird thing, as far right before the race, Sha'Carri, her hotel was located it was different from the rest of the team at the moment. So her entry into the venue kind of got stalled by security. There was some issue where her and as well as Jamaica's Shelly Ann Fraser Price was unable to get in through that way. So they had to walk a significant amount of distance and took a bit of time to get to a separate entry to get in. They ended up missing warm-up. Due to that, Shelly Ann ended up pulling out of that 100-meter race. You know what I mean? So it was kind of weird. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's not like we're nobody's trying to get into this venue. You know what I'm saying? Like, if my credentials of, USA and Jamaica aren't good enough, then we obviously have an issue. You know what I'm saying? But I wonder, hey, if she was able to warm up, she probably could have got that gold, but we'll never know.
Right. There'll always be that asterisk on this for now, just because of that.
Thanks.
Oh man. And going over to the US women's gymnastic team, man. These girls just keep on collecting medals, especially Simone Biles. She actually picked up another gold medal in the women's vault. So she now has, and this could be need an update by now. She now has 7 gold medals, 1 silver, and 2 bronze. Second most gold medals in Olympic gold women's history, as we stated before. Jade Carey picked up the bronze, and Suni Lee won the bronze in the women's uneven bars. It's phenomenal what these young ladies are able to do when it comes to gymnastics, and the impact they also have on young girls out there who are looking for role models who look like them is tremendous. So shout out to them.
Yeah, I think she get like 11 feet off the air. Her jumps, she's amazing. She's a world class athlete for sure.
Absolutely. And then Katie Ledecky, man, she won her 4th straight 800-meter freestyle in swimming. She won the gold. There's supposedly footage out there of her as a baby, and Michael Jordan is kind of like playing this hide and seek game with her. They showed it when she had won the gold. That's legendary, man. When you a baby, you're hanging out with a legend like that, and then you become one. Oh man, like man, people are gonna be like, "Yo, touch my baby, please pass the sauce."
Touch my baby. Pass the sauce, the MJ sauce. But man, pause. That's dope. When now celebrities had dope baby lives, when other like grown celebrities is always super dope.
Yeah, man.
Quick shout out and salute to all the archers, man, the sharpshooters, the ping pongers, volleyball and the beach players. And hey, they've been keeping me interested in these games in between the track and field and gymnastics and basketball, man, holding it down. I don't think I've been this involved in the Olympics in a while.
Yeah, man. Yo, listen, I was on the treadmill this morning, and they have the 500 meters, and then the 5,000 meters. And it's amazing, man. These guys are just running laps, like 11 laps, trying to stay steady, trying to, save yourself for the entire time. But then you can see during that last leg, man, it's a couple of tumbles, and depending on where you're placed, man, one tumble, you could take maybe 3 or 4 other runners down with you. So it was crazy to watch that. I had to make sure I didn't fall off the damn treadmill watching them fall. Shit. Oh God. All right. So over to basketball, man. We are officially in the knockout rounds. Greece definitely looked like in the first quarter they were gonna stun Germany the other day. But Franz Wagner and Dennis Schroeder, man, those guys are tremendous, and they actually have a really good team. So Germany ended up advancing. Man, listen, Giannis has to figure out how to get some better players on that team. Those guys, they didn't know how to get the best out of him. You know what I mean? Move the ball around. Don't be stagnant. Like, he needs movement. He needs a creator. It was just tough to see Giannis in that light, man.
Yeah, he can't do everything. He's not the guy to do everything. So they're looking at him, wanting him to do everything. He's like, dog, I'm still a center, man. I know might be the star of the team, but I have a role to play. This is a team sport. I need y'all to pull y'all coach strings a little bit, help us out. You know what I mean? So I don't know if they're gonna be able to pull it together. It's game time zone right now.
Definitely. And then Australia, man, they got Josh Giddey and Patty Mills over there. They actually took Serbia, that's Nikola Jokic and Bojan Bogdanovic, to overtime. Very shocking. I thought that was going to be an easy run for Serbia, but Josh Giddey showed up. Patty Mills showed up. I think he almost had damn near 30. And the announcers were talking about it, like guys who we see in the NBA who are like role players, they put on that company, they put on that country jersey, and they turn into like superheroes, and they want to do it for for country, and they gave them everything they got, but Jokic was able to get out of that mess. But bro, Canada was supposed to be set up to be, I think, the second best competition to the U.S. other than Germany, because of having Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Dylan Brooks, Jamal Murray. Like, they were stacked over there. RJ Barrett. They had a lot of good guys. And Victor Wembanyama didn't even have the best game. It was 2 other dudes that was just giving them the work. And Canada just couldn't bounce back, man. Like, it couldn't get anything going. Yeah, man. So they got ousted, man. France is on to the semifinals, I think, where they're going to take on Germany. And then, of course, U.S. probably saw all those 3 close games and said, fuck that shit. Brazil ain't stand a chance, man.
Facts.
Brazil did not stand a chance. I think in like the first 10 minutes, no, 10 minutes, 10-minute quarter. I think in like the first 3 to 4 minutes, they was up by like 10, 15, and they never looked back. They smoked them boys by like 40 or something like that. But yeah, man. So the semifinals are set up, I think, for tomorrow. Germany and Australia, and then Serbia and the US again going at it before the final.
There was one weird moment the past few days on the Olympic circuit. There was one of the pole vaulters, one of the gentlemen. Listen,
there was two.
There was two.
There was two. Let's go with the one that doesn't involve manhood first.
Okay, there was one gentleman. You know what I'm saying? You know, had the shoulders working out. You know what I mean? Look at he was doing all his stretches. He was ready to go. You know, had it up. You know what I mean? He's coming down the road. You know what I mean? He stuck it in. He had the lead. You know what I'm saying? And he was on his way up. And we was all like, okay, he might. But he was going, and then like somebody hit the reverse switch on him. So like he kind of faded back. And it's like, damn, I don't think he's gonna go back up. You know what I'm saying? He like dropped the stick, hit the mat, and everybody's like, yeah, the back's on the other side of the stick. What's he doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not supposed to fall that way. Oh man, it's super embarrassing. But hey man, you get up, fail, you try again, man. But that was embarrassing on that stage for the moment.
Yeah, I got a strong feeling he was supposed to let go of the stick, pause. But I guess he thought his core work was gonna help him at that point. It's like, engage your core. Right.
He said, 8-pack, don't fail me now. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was on his way. He was like, he had all the momentum right off the lift. And right after that lift though, it was all downhill. Then there was one other gentleman, unfortunately, who made it over. He was there. Like he was able. Hey, he had the same startup. You know what I'm saying? Stuck the landing, got on up. You know what I'm saying? He was over it. Let it go right on time, bro. He was so close, man. He almost got over it, but unfortunately, his beef got caught on the stick, and it was rough, man. Everything after that just went downhill, man. It was rough. He was there, man. I know he was mad, but hey. I heard the endorsements have been rolling in ever since. You know what I'm saying? So shouts to that, man. Hey, man. Get it how you live, man. Get it how you live.
Listen, man. Winston Churchill, man. Never let a crisis go to waste.
Never.
Turn it into a bag.
Can't.
All right, man. At this point, we're going to go over to some quick TV show, movie, and music recommendations, man. We're starting off with Hard Knocks. Hard Knocks took a interesting turn this year, and they decided to do a off-season training camp and in-season. So I think last year or the year before, they introduced the in-season piece with the already existing training camp version. But this one was off-season where they pretty much took you into the administrative office, right, with their GM, Joe Shane. And it was, in the beginning, I was really skeptical. I was like, wait a minute, where's the football? You know what I mean? Like, what's happening here? I didn't read what was happening. I just saw Hard Knocks. I thought I was going to see training camp. But then after a while, I'm seeing it, and it was really cool to see like the process that they have to go through to try and keep free agents, to start studying the free agents in the market, seeing what positions they need, seeing what money they have to spend, getting ready for the draft. If any of you young kids have any aspirations of becoming a GM or being in the front office of any team, this is a really, really good show to watch. Hard Knocks continues to expand their brand. I really have to look up the creators because I swear every year they take on something new, and it's masterful, and it just gets better and better. But you saw the negotiations with Saquon behind the scenes. You saw the free agency where they picked up Brian Burns, Runyon Jr., and Devin Singletary. And then just the artwork of the draft and being patient, you know, after getting their prize pick, Malik Neighbors. And then, of course, you know, the rest of their picks, just kind of being patient, finding the right guys they saw fit for the team. thought that was dope, man. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, the Hard Knocks editors, they always nail it as far as making sure they show you what you're supposed to see, and that make you feel like you're really on the team for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's dope.
Yeah, and I give it to Joe Shane. He's got a very diverse office there. You know what I mean? I saw a brother, I saw a lady. You know what I mean? Like he's got a very diverse work group there, and it looks good. So training camp will feature the Bears, and I think that's going to be interesting. And then, of course, the end season this year is actually going to feature the entire AFC North. So I'm excited to see that. Yeah, man.
A couple teams over there. I want to see some behind the scenes. Okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, even with the best training camp, it's gonna be dope without your old starting quarterback there. So that should be interesting.
Big facts. Big facts. All right, people. You know, I see. Hey, what up, Maddie? I see Maddie joined us on IG. I see Sylvia was over there. Appreciate everybody who came over to YouTube. We know IG is having some issues tonight for some reason. Don't know why. So this is that part of the show, man. We love y'all. We really appreciate y'all. But we about to get into House of Dragons, man. Just when I thought things were good, just when I was hype about this show, this season finale was disappointing, y'all. But before we get into it, this is our spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. We totally understand if you have to leave. And we will get started in 5, 4, 3, 2. What the hell is going on, Kenny? How did we go?
It's a 6-pack of ass, bro.
How did we go from a 20-piece of barbecue chicken to, you know what I mean, to like
man,
to Tyson chicken.
Yeah, I was just like. Because remember last week we spoke about, so listen, if somebody don't get cooked like the first 10 minutes, I'm going to be tight.
Yeah.
I was, 10 minutes went by, 15 minutes went by. Then at the 30 minutes went by, I started looking at the clock. I was like, you got a lot to squeeze in this episode. You know what I'm saying? I started getting nervous. I'm like, yo, baby, this is a 2-hour finale or something? Like, I don't, they run out of time to do the stuff I think they trying to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, maybe it's 2 hours. I don't even want to hit no buttons. We'll see how it go, you know? Ended up being a 70-minute trailer, bro. I was tight.
Yo.
I was so tight.
Because I'm thinking just like you. I'm seeing everybody like gearing up, you know, getting their armies ready. And I'm like, something ain't right. You know what I mean? Like, we've been watching this for a minute, right? Like, something not right. I feel like they're going to cut out on us. Like, it's not making any sense for me right now. So now, let's talk about what happened a little bit, right? So it started out with Tylen's challenge. You know what I'm saying? He's in the middle of somewhere, and you know, Shorty starts whipping his ass in the mud, talking about, have you ever eaten the flesh of your enemies? I mean, thank God she was just joking, but you know, having to do all that to get an army, man, that was a lot.
He about to walk into a whole polygamous relationship on that boat. He don't even know it. Like, she's like, I want you to have my kids. No, not me, silly. My wives.
Word.
My wives. And they never answered the question. So I'm curious to know how that's gonna work. But yeah, it's gonna be some rocking on that boat.
Yeah. Absolutely. And then when Aegon was just laying up, hearing all the bad news, when he said the words, his cock is destroyed, I was like, what?
I was like, I knew it was bad. Because this is not the form we met you in this early season. You know what I'm saying? I knew it was bad, but to use the word destroyed, like the shit must be rough, like mangled, like non-workable, non-usable. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, that's just, you know, take a beeline off the tower top, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like it's rough. It's rough being the king, man. It's rough being the king.
Yo, that was tough business, man. That was tough. He said, I can't even piss without it running down my leg. That's bad. That's tough business, bro.
You're a leaking. You're not even pissing. You're a leaking, bro. That's bad. That's bad.
That's it. And then Aemon, you know, he was trying to get his sister to fly out with the dragon and go do some damage with him. but she wasn't with the shits, you know what I mean? And then, you know, she had that scene, man, where she was really telling him off. I thought he was about to throw off that cliff.
I thought it was too. I thought it was time. I was like, oh, I was like, either gonna ride or die, bitch. I was like, yo, he about to do it to her. And like, he really just out for blood. Oh,
that's
man.
A fact. That's a fact. Maddie said, do we really know if Aegon's dragon is dead? Yeah, we don't know, brother.
That dragon done so. He got cooked with his master, bro. They only rolled one body out of there, yo. No dragon.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And then Sir Christian, man, I give it to him. You know, that was real gangster when the Queen's brother tried to have the sword to his neck, and he was like, bro, I'm ready to die, baby. Like, you ain't saying nothing but a word.
I want to know who snitched, like, because they out in the streets. It wasn't like it was like you saw something on the gram, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how did you know? Like, something like your sister wasn't even out here with us the last X amount of days. You know what I'm saying? So, who dropped the ball and told you out here in the field? That's fucked up. Like, I'm looking at all my men funny.
Yeah, they probably. I guess somebody sent a pigeon or something, man. I don't know. Like, he figured it out somehow, man. Who the hell knows? But then you see Shorty with the white hair braids. She's just like dying in the fields, man. Like, I got to go back to watch that to see what's happening with her.
Me and Jen was watching it. We're like, how did she end up here? Like, you know what I'm saying? We kept looking at each other like, because I remember, you know, they seen the lady close the gate. She left for her man and they walked the other way and she kind of veered off, but I didn't pay too much attention to it. But she veered the fuck off. Like, she never caught back up to the pack. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, all right, man, I hope she find her way. But, you know, she found a dragon. So hopefully, was that her dragon? Like, whose dragon was that?
I don't know, man. These people just out here claiming dragons, man.
No name tags on these dragons, no chains. I don't know.
This shit, it's like somebody pull up on you with a dragon. Now you don't know if they like, you know, friend or foe, nigga. Like word. Like, I don't know.
Word. Targaryen or no Targaryen? Like, you know what I'm saying? There's questions to be asked now. It's rough out there.
Big facts. Big facts. And then listen, man, exactly what our prediction was. Corlys is, you know what I'm saying, the father.
Both kids, both them boys.
And yo, you could tell throughout the season, man, homeboy was trying to keep his cool with him. You know what I'm saying? He's like, you know that I know that you ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? But here you are trying to big me up and trying to be in my life now. Let's not do this. You know what I mean? Let's just, you know, call a spade a spade. But he called him out on it, man. He called him out and he pretty much told him, you know what I'm saying? Don't, you can't absolve yourself, bro. You was not there.
Word. Word. Like, I don't know where you was. I guess you was at sea, but you definitely wasn't at the crib. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's rough. And hey, if that is true, we got another dragon rider, my man. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out there. And I'm not gonna lie, when we had that conversation and they identified that he was the son, I was really hoping word was gonna get back to the queen somehow. When that nigga was acting cocky at the other end of that table, I was like, nah, this funny nigga gotta go. B. I don't like his attitude. He not respecting the table. I don't like this. You know what I mean? They gotta get him out of there. But I know she's low in numbers, so everybody counts.
I know, right? Yeah, it's like that annoying ass coworker. It's like, fuck, man, we can't get rid of him yet. We need him.
He's good with numbers, it seems.
Maddie said Adam is giving Will Smith Fresh Prince vibes. I can see it. I can see the vision.
I see it. I like the jacket though. It's kind of hard.
Yeah, man. And then the infamous conversation between Rhaenyra and the Queen. Son for a son, man. Straight up told her, like,
so you know where I live at. Like, I got mad heat. We coming. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I mean, but how'd you feel about the king sneaking out the back door, man? What was your thoughts on that, bro?
That was, to me, that was smart, man. What he remember, his drain is destroyed, man. He got nothing else to live for. He need to go figure out who he's gonna be going forward, man. That's good.
As soon as he said his member was destroyed, I know he's like, I'm not fighting anyone anymore, man. I have nothing to fight for. I'm just fighting for my life now, man. I'm out of here, bro. I'm out of here. Yep. I ain't mad at him.
Big facts.
But, how do you feel? Summer 2026, season 3. You right? You got to. I'm not going to ask you. Can you wait? You ain't got no fucking choice. But how do you feel about another 2 years, man? Another 2 summers.
This is terrible. I don't understand. I don't understand it. I don't. And I'm gonna feel the same way I did about this. I'm be like, damn, 2 years went like that. And then I'm gonna be super critical, see what happens, and then we're gonna go from there. But this has got to pick up. This is 200. What is it? 200 years before, like the time of Daenerys, right? Like
between the rewind and then the fast forward last season, it fucked me up. I know it's a long time ago.
Bro, like are they trying to make us wait like every 2? Like this is crazy. Like how much time has passed? Like maybe 20 years, bro. 10%.
Listen, hey, listen. I know I'm a fan of the show. I wasn't this season, but I'm gonna hold my tongue. I'm gonna wait until season 3, episode 1. If that shit don't open up with a dragon-filled red wedding-esque type, like yo, if I don't see like bloodshed, I swear to everything. Whatever subscription I got at that time in my life, bro, it's getting canceled. Like, yeah, this is nah. This ain't it. And if the first episode ain't popping, I'ma just wait. I'ma just wait till the end. Just waiting every 7 days stuff, man. I haven't done that in a while, but I did it with this show. I'll never do that again.
All right, man. All right, let's keep it rolling. What you got?
Just a couple things on the music tip. Kanye West and Ty Dolla dropped Vultures Part 2 this past weekend. Not gonna lie, a little underwhelming. Felt like it wasn't really done, but hey, it's Kanye. It's not to his old standards, and Ty Dolla $ign didn't do what he could do at his best. So I'm not sure what this was. I think the intro was dope. It was a super dope beat. Outside of that, man, maybe I got to give it another listen. I don't know. It's Ye. Maybe there's some genius in there somewhere. I just haven't found it yet. But on the first 2 listens, not a huge fan. And then Drake did something the other day. He put like a website out, 100 gigabytes or something, where it was just a ton of unreleased visuals and some behind the scenes studio cuts. But there was 3 new tracks kind of in the middle of all that. Not sure what it's about, why he put all this material out, but so man, you got to get these alleged allegations #1 hits off you. So I get it. Whatever you gotta do, man. Just keep distracting the people. Keep throwing more material at them. Hopefully, one of these stick and everybody forget about that summer banger.
Oh man, indeed. All right, brother. Anything you want to say before we get up out of here?
It's Wednesday, man. Enjoy the rest of y'all nights, your weeks. Just like that, bro. Another week down. August is flying by already.
That's it. Yeah, as Kenny said, man, y'all stay safe, man. Stay prayed up. Peace and love, all that good stuff, man. We see y'all next week.